You know, they've got that saying, dynamite comes in small packages, and definitely Godox has got a dynamite product here in this small package. It's the Godox Cube S. And yes, they did send it to me for review purposes, but they did not tell me what to say. They haven't paid me, and they don't get to see this video before it's released. But let's see how good that this actually is. You can see that they're very small. You've got the microphone right up on top. On the back, you've got a little magnet so where you can stick it under your shirt. And I will say that the magnet is very, very strong on these. You've got it's a dual purpose little button right here on the side. But when you have the receiver actually plugged into either your phone, or in my case, it's going to be that extra Muse, or you can actually use it with the DJI Pocket 3 because it has a USB Type-C on it. But if you tap the button once, it'll give you noise reduction. If you have this hooked up to your cell phone, then it will have the ability with a double tap, just a quick little double tap, to either shoot a photo or actually start recording, so you can do that remotely with this. You know, it's got a frequency response of 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. It's got a broadcast distance, a line of sight of 300 meters, so basically 1,000 feet. You know me, I'm not going to test the distance range because I just don't like doing those distance range, because for me, 40 to 60 feet maximum is all that I need. And every microphone that I've reviewed has been able to accomplish that for my needs, so I'm happy with that. It's got a very small size, and the nice thing is this little lipstick container right here is actually a battery hub. So what it'll do is it not just holds the receiver, but you can also put in both the transmitters. And once you have the transmitters into their little case, guess what? They automatically start charging. Close that up. And if you're wondering about transmitters, how long does this battery last, considering how small that these are? You can get 10 hours of battery life out of each transmitter, which is phenomenal considering how small that they are and compact. But the nice thing about the little lipstick charging case is that once you put them back in, you can actually charge them up 2 extra times. So that is also very nice. So let's do a quick little audio test. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the Godox Cube S, and I'm going to put it into the extra Muse, just so we can see how the audio sounds on it and how the noise reduction sounds. Yeah, what a difference a day makes. So low 70s outside. But I've got this Godox hooked up to the extra Muse, and as you can see, it's on green right now. I don't know if you can tell, but the green means that it's on regular audio. I've got some traffic that is right behind the fence here. Probably hear those cars. I'm going to go ahead and enable noise reduction, so that should help out tremendously with the background noise. And you know, the nice thing is you may say, well, hey, this hooks up to the extra Muse, but I've got the Pocket 3. Well, guess what? This also hooks up to the DJI Pocket 3 through the USB port on the back of the camera when you use that little extension that has a quarter 20 on it. But yeah, the audio sounds really good. And you can also use it with action cameras. I've tried it on the DJI Action 4, the Action 5, the Insta360 Go Ultra. Yeah, this works on all of those. So you may ask yourself, well, why should I even consider this? Well, if you have the DJI Pocket 3 and you've got the extra Muse and you've got the DJI Action 5 Pro, the Action 4, the Insta360 Go Ultra, you don't have to buy different microphones for all of these different cameras. You can use this one setup to use with all those cameras. So to me, that comes in handy. So as you heard, really good audio that comes out of such a small, compact little device here. Now it's time to talk about some of the pros and cons of the Godox Cube S. Pros. First off, audio. I think the audio sounds really good coming out of these, considering how small that the transmitters are. Number 2, battery life. 10 hours of battery, which is great for each transmitter. And considering that this little lipstick case also is a charging case where it'll charge it 2 additional times, that's also a nice little pro. Its size These things are really small and compact. I mean, they fit. I mean, look at that. Look how small that is. That is unbelievably small. Let's go ahead and put it against like a camera lens, just so you can see the difference. Massive difference. The size of these is a great plus to me, and it makes it very inconspicuous. And they even give you some little stickers that you can stick over the outside if you don't want to have that little Godox logo in front of it. Then it's got noise reduction. And I will tell you, noise reduction, here it is 2025, and who would have thought that just a couple of years ago, noise reduction was kind of unheard of. You had to always do it in post-production. But now you've got noise reduction built into these little wireless microphones, and the noise reduction works very, very well, in my opinion. Now let's talk about some of the cons, because, not everything's perfect. Now, I don't know if this is just the kit that they sent me, but there's no clips. And what I mean by that is all that you have to be able to mount this is going to be the magnet on the back. And I wish that they had a clip, but they may offer a clip in a different kit. If they do, it'll be down in the product link in the description below, if I can find one that's got a clip with it. So that, for me, like I said, is a con, but it's probably just with my kit. Second con, there's no dead cats. Now, yes, we just talked about noise reduction, but dead cats really come in handy. And I did see online that they do have a dead cat version of this Godox Cube S. For my kit, they didn't have it, so I'm going to ding it as a con, because if there's no dead cat, I can't get rid of that wind noise. So for me, that's a con with this kit. With the other kit, it does include one, so that's kind of a 50-50 deal. And I guess for a lot of people, there's going to be no inbuilt recording, because here it is, 2025, and we're getting so many of these wireless microphone companies that are including internal recording into it, and that makes a big deal for a lot of us that want to be able to have a backup audio recording. But then again, considering that this is really meant for cell phone usage for the mobile creators that are out there, not so much for the people that are going to be using it with a DSLR or mirrorless camera. But as you heard with the Muse, the Extra Muse or the Pocket 3, this works and sounds really, really well. And considering it records internally into the camera, I guess that's not that big of a deal. All in all, I think it's a really nice little kit from Godox, considering the price and all, and what you get, but most importantly, the audio quality that you get out of this. So I'll put product links down in the description below so that you guys can check it out for yourself, because I think it's on sale right now. So check it out and get one if you're a mobile creator, or you want to use it with an action camera, or your DJI Pocket 3, or that Extra Muse. And as always, I'll catch you in the next review. Bye-bye.